Hey TechKnowStuds, I wanted to show you a couple different ways that we transfer and measure data speeds. So we're going to do a speed test and a couple other things on a computer. So let's jump into it. I have my browser here, and the first thing I'm going to do is just show you a simple speed test. So I'm going to type in speed test and hit enter. And Google's nice because they do this speed test now at the front, right at the beginning. I used to always do the Ookla site, and I still do occasionally, but we can run a speed test right from Google. And here we see it's saying it is megabits per second. So there it is. There's our measurement. It's in megabits, so it's measuring it by the bits, 1 bit at a time. Now that's completed, and as you can see, it's 153 megabits per second, little b, for the download, and 23.9 megabits per second upload. Now let's get into a file download. So I can go and just say large file download, and there is a site that we will, this test file site, and we'll just get a large file and we'll download it and see what happens here. So I'm going to say download, and it's going to say where, and we'll just download it to there. And now the process of downloading it has begun. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a look at this, and I'm just going to click on the full download history, and we can see it's in the process of downloading it. But what's interesting about this is that this is now megabytes per second. So when we're downloading a file, now we get a measurement of megabytes per second since we're dealing with a file here. So that's handy to have. Here's one other example. I'm just copying a file to a network drive. And so this is showing me that the speed of it is in megabytes per second. So here's another example where we see a big B here, a megabytes per second. So there's just a few different ways that it's representing this data, and this one is copying a file. So it seems like when we're copying files, we're measuring it in megabytes per second versus when we're actually measuring the data stream, then it is in bits per second.